Happy video day, guys. So today's video, we're going to be going over a brand new concealer which launched just recently, and I was really excited to get my hands on it. Not only was it the cutest design packaging I think I've ever seen in my life of a concealer, but also I've heard some really good things about it and I really wanted to try this out. I am super into concealers. I've got dark circles and I do have some fine lines. So for me, concealers are either make it or break it. If they're no good, I just can't use them. So for me, I've been dying to use this concealer. So the concealer I'm talking about is the Magic Star Concealer from Jeffree Star. So this just recently launched. I've been dying to get this product because it is not only one of the most beautiful concealers I have ever seen, I'm actually really interested in the actual formula of this product. So needless to say, I was super excited to pick this up. So I did go ahead and purchase this product. So what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to show you guys me applying it. I'll do a wear test for you guys. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts, and yeah, we're going to get into everything. So if you guys are new to the channel, I'm Christina Brooke. This is the Glam Ranch. Hit the subscribe button before you leave the channel so you can find my channel again. And let's go ahead and let's jump right into the Magic Star. Okay guys, so first let's talk about the packaging and what you get. So of course, when you get this product, you get it in this really cute hot pink Jeffree Star container. It says Magic Star on it. Very well thought out. Everything Jeffree Star is very, very cute. And then when you pull it out, guys, this is probably the coolest looking concealer I've ever seen. So we really do have to take a minute just to appreciate the packaging of this product. This product is packaged so beautifully. Not only is the container that actually holds the concealer amazing, like it has all of these divots in it, so it kind of looks like a piece of diamond or something, but the top of it just looks so cool. It looks like an 80s toy. Like I feel like somebody like Gem or like one of those 80s dolls would have been like holding this. I don't know, it's super 80s, super cute. I love the hot pink on the top. I love the star. It also has this really sharp little star on the top. I will tell you guys, if you're storing this anywhere that there's fabrics or anything, just be careful with this little star. I can see it can kind of like, I don't know, puncture something because it is kind of sharp. So anything that's soft, any liquids or anything like that that you guys have that maybe you keep in your makeup collection, be careful with this little dagger star. This to me is like one of those pieces that you literally put on top of your desk and it's just absolutely stunning. So everything about this screams luxury, and I will tell you guys, when I saw this I was kind of like, you know, the only other brand that I really feel like really kind of like does this extravagant packaging is Christian Louis Vuitton. If you guys see Christian Louis Vuitton's makeup, his makeup line, he really like puts like a really lot of emphasis into like designing the products, and to the point that they're almost a little bit too much. And Jeffree Star kind of got it right. Now I will tell you the big difference between something like Jeffree Star's and a Christian Louis Vuitton product is Jeffree Star knows how to make products look beautiful but keep the prices. This product is so affordable, and if it would have been from the Christian Louis Vuitton line, we're talking about stuff that we probably don't want to buy because it's too expensive. Very, very well designed, yet very custom packaging, and keep this price at what it is. So now that we've seen how beautiful this thing, let's talk about the pricing. So the price of this is $22 US. And I was like so impressed when I found out the price of this. So it is available right now on the Jeffree Star website. This is actually coming in 31 different shades, and there's 2 color corrector shades. So it's coming in a bunch of different shades. He did say that this is the beginning of his launch and he's going to add more shades as needed. So in the Jeffree Star concealer, you are getting 0.15 ounces of product, whereas another high-end brand like Laura Mercier will be giving you 0.23 ounces of product. So you are getting less product inside of this concealer. So another concealer that has a similar amount would be the KKW Beauty Concealer, which you are getting 0.16 ounces. So in the Jeffree Star, you're getting 0.115 ounces. So you're still getting more in this than in this. So that is one of the reasons that you are paying a little bit less money, even though you're getting a full design here, is because the product is less in here than in a standard concealer. But that being said, I did watch Jeffree Star's announcement video of this product, and he did say a very interesting fact. He said that a little goes a very long way, and you can definitely use one swipe on your entire face. So before we get into the application, let's get into what Jeffree Star says on his website this concealer is supposed to do. So it does claim to have increased wear time and a self-setting effect that keeps you looking flawless for hours. fragrance-free, paraben-free, and talc-free. So this is supposed to be high coverage, this is supposed to be self-setting, and we're gonna try out all of those things right now. So let's go ahead and get into how I applied this concealer today. So I decided to try it 2 different ways, with a sponge and with the brush. On one side with a sponge, one side with a brush, just to see how it blended out better, to see which one I liked more. So I did think it was a little bit on the light side. I did get the color C6, which is described as a light with olive undertones. I expected this one to be a little bit darker, but I do like the undertone of the actual concealer, so I'm okay with it. So when I applied it at first, I was kind of like, ooh, is it going to be too light? So I went ahead and put it on both sides and down the center of my nose, and then I decided, let's go ahead and start blending this out, and hopefully it blends good, because it could be too light. So when I started blending it with the Beauty Blender, this thing blended amazing. Like, honestly, guys, it was pretty damn cool how good it blended. It blended super seamlessly. It blended really, really good, and I loved the way it blended with the Beauty Blender. And then I jumped over to the other side with the actual brush. When I was trying to blend it out, I felt like it was tugging too much, and I did not like the way that it was blending with the brush. So to me, the brush application is just not the way to apply this concealer. I feel like this concealer works the best with a sponge. It just honestly just blends it out a lot easier, and it makes it look a lot more flawless, whereas the brush, I felt like it just wasn't working. Now, of course, you know, it just depends on what kind of tools you guys have. But for me personally, I love the sponge. I thought the sponge did an amazing job. So I just decided to stop using that brush and just jump right back into the Beauty Blender on the other side, smooth everything out, and I love the way that this looks, guys. It looks so good. The color actually was not too light for me as I started to blend it out. I actually said, hey, this is a very good blend concealer, and it kind of started to melt a little bit into the foundation, and it looked really good. So I'm actually happy with the color. I think the color actually worked out really well. Now, for the full coverage, I feel like I had to build it up a little bit. There was some dark circles that didn't cover like 100%. I had to go ahead and use a little bit more to cover those dark circles. But the positive thing is I really didn't have to dip it in anymore. There's so much product on the actual applicator. I just didn't feel like I used an excessive amount of product to get it to full coverage. After I put that little bit and concealed a little bit better, I really feel like it got to a pretty good full coverage. I personally don't think it is as full coverage as Tarte Shape Tape, but I feel like it is pretty high coverage and it did a very good job. Now, what I like about this is the formula feels very moisturizing on the skin. It left me more with like a dewy kind of under eye, which I love. I don't really like matte under eyes because they can tend to look a little cakey and crusty on me. So this formula is so silky and beautiful under the eye that I love the way it looked. I actually like this one more than I like the way Shape Tape looks under my eyes. Shape Tape sometimes gives me a little bit more drying look, but I just like the coverage of the Shape Tape, so that's why I like to use it. So I almost feel like I'm gonna like this one more than I like Shape Tape, which is actually pretty interesting to me. So this is how my under eyes looked, not set at all. And guys, this is not creasing on me, and I left it without setting for a little while, and I swear that this was not creasing. Like, it just looked flawless. That is not typical in any concealers. I have fine lines under my eyes. I don't have that many, but I do have, and for the most part concealers get in there. It's just normal, but this one like didn't get in there like a lot. Like, it was pretty smooth and I was pretty impressed. So then I just went ahead and decided, let's set the under eyes, let's put on the rest of the makeup, and let's see how this looks when it's completely finished. I love it. Like, I love the way that this looks. My under eyes didn't crease. I actually didn't even have to go in and correct it before setting it because there was nothing to correct. So I'm actually pretty impressed with the looks of this concealer. I love the way it looks. It looks pretty damn impressive. The wand itself, guys, is very interesting. It reminds me a lot of like a lipstick wand. Like, it doesn't even look like a concealer wand to me. This reminds me of a lipstick wand. Like, but it actually works really, really good. That really sharp tip actually works really well to get into the inner corners, and it disperses a lot of product. So you don't actually have to keep on going in here and getting more. All right, so I'm gonna answer some of you guys' questions now before I do the wear test, if there's any questions that I think I can. So Melinda Hawes asking me, she says, hey Miss Lady, does it blend better with a blender or a brush? I really think a beauty blender or any type of sponge works a lot better because the brush just didn't work as well. well, so I did address that before, but yeah, I definitely think a sponge for sure. So on Instagram, Rana1999 Muscan is asking, does it hide blemishes? It has a pretty nice coverage to it, so it's definitely going to be able to hide those blemishes on your face. So yeah, I definitely totally think this is gonna hide the blemishes. So I will tell you guys one little complaint that I have of this beautiful design that I do love a lot is this star really is a little on the sharp side, to be honest. Like, I wish that this was a little dulled out, and I mean, or maybe if it would have been a star in a circle or something, just because it's so sharp that I literally was just walking with it right now, and I kind of was going like this, and I kind of hit myself, and I was like, holy crap, that hurt. So like this star up here is super sharp, so just be careful with that. I don't know how much I love that part of it, but it's still beautiful. So guys, I'm gonna do a wear test for you. I'm gonna keep on wearing this for the rest of the day. Let's see how it wears throughout the entire day. So this is my check-in at the end of the night. I still have my hair clips in, but the rest of me is disheveled by now. But let's see how this looks. So let's check out this concealer. So it actually looks pretty good. I think the concealer lasted pretty nice throughout the day. I do think I have a little bit of creasing under the eyes, but it's nothing major. Honestly, it's nothing major. I've seen my under eyes look a lot worse creasing wise, so I think it actually looks pretty damn good. I personally think that this concealer stayed really good under the eyes. So I actually have to say that this is a pretty good concealer. I'm very excited to continue to wear it. So it's been a good 6 hours, and I feel like my concealer has stayed pretty intact and pretty good. But I can definitely tell you guys from right now that I definitely think that this concealer is worth a shot, especially if you like illuminated under eyes, and maybe even if you have some fine lines, you might actually really like this too, because I feel like it didn't accentuate lines. I feel like it blended in really good. So this could be a universally really good concealer. The coverage was decent. I had to build it up very little, but it did. But it builds up really easily, and yeah, I like it. I think it's a very good concealer, so I am definitely going to tell you guys, I think it's great. Hey guys, so this is day 2 wearing the Jeffree Star concealer, and I just wanted to jump on here quickly and just tell you guys that I'm really in love with the concealer. I've been wearing it all day. I actually didn't even set it today. I literally ran out of my house like a crazy person to go get my hair cut, so I didn't really even set it. I had a little bit of creasing under the eyes, but nothing bad. It actually looks so good. I really honestly love this concealer so much. So I just wanted to jump in here and tell you guys that this is day 2 wearing it. This isn't like really a first impression, and I still feel exactly the same. I really like this concealer. I do think the shade is really good for me. Like I said, this isn't extremely full coverage. I think you can build it up to be more full coverage, but I don't think it's as full coverage as I thought it was going to be. But I do actually really like it because it does a very good job, and it doesn't look cakey, and it doesn't really crease, and it does a good job. But is it like total full glam? I think if you build it up, you can get it to like full coverage. But to me, that I do have some dark circles and stuff, I don't think it's like super full coverage, but it does a very good job. And I think it looks really nice. And one of the most important things is it doesn't look crepey. It looks very natural. My under eyes look healthy. They don't look dry, and they look really nice and covered, and it's been on for a lot of hours now. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me your thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.